Hello everybody, it is David, or some people call me the DJ Kim. Today I have a very exciting thing to show you. It is the Crownless Ultimate figure. This is a 1 out of 1,000 production, an exclusive run that Kuro Games did in celebration for Wuthering Wave's launch just a little over a year ago. This has always been a dream figure of mine. I've always wanted it, and I finally had the opportunity to buy it while I was in China for Kurofest. Full disclaimer, I spent my own money on this one. I couldn't miss out on the opportunity to buy it while I was in Guangzhou. The launch price of this figure was 2,699 yuan, which is about $375 at the time of recording this video. A lot of Western retailers are selling this for about $800 to $900 as of current, with about $100 to the shipping cost. On top of that, we have taxes and tariffs depending on the store. So that pretty much makes the average price of this figure $1,000 in the United States. Opening this figure was an incredible experience. I was so thrilled to see all the details that they even put in the packaging, along with custom art inside of the box, and even Velcro straps to hold together the foam box that contains the figure. It's so extra, but I love it. This really gave off the feeling of an exclusive collectible. And that's exactly what this figure is. There are only 1,000 copies of this product that were ever produced, and some of them weren't even sold to the public. The sculpt of this figure is what sold me. It looks even more detailed than what's in the game. They stylize a lot of what Crownless looks like, and that makes it look so good in real life, especially some areas. Sorry. The golden lining on the armor was near perfect on my figure. The wings have a jet black finish with a slight purple tint to them and a slight transparency, so you're actually able to see this purple when you put this under the light. And this looks really good because it's not as transparent as the more common gel-like finish that's on a lot of anime figures. Of course, the details on the face are top-notch, and I love how they stylize the shape of the Crownless to be a little bit different from what's shown in the game. He's a little bit bulkier, and he has way more texture on all of his armor pieces. He doesn't look as smooth, if that makes sense, and that added texture makes him look way more threatening than he does look in the game. The armor pieces are a mix of silver and gray, and they are slightly darker than what's in game, which is more of a sheer white. Because this figure's production run was so exclusive, each copy of the figure includes an individually numbered, etched nameplate. Assembly of this figure is super straightforward and actually very satisfying. Each part has a slot that it fits onto in the figure's base, and everything locks into place without glue. This figure actually has a very clever locking mechanism with magnets, so it was actually very satisfying to click everything into place. Now the size of this, I believe this is a 1/7 scale figure, and with this figure not being a regular human size, it is much more on the larger side. This figure stands at an impressive 44 centimeters tall. That's about 17.3 inches, and for the Ragunesi out there, that is about 12 Carlotta Montellis. I've wanted to get this figure ever since they announced it, but I couldn't get myself to spend $1,000 to get it shipped here in the US. So when I was about to leave to China for Kurofest, I saw that as my opportunity. And it was sold at near retail price. I had a friend order it to another friend's house, and we picked it up together. It was enormous. Everybody was laughing at me grabbing this ginormous box out of the small apartment hallway, and I was pretty embarrassed bringing this giant box into my hotel, but it was all worth it. I brought this as my second check luggage on my flight back, and I was able to open it this week, and it was a complete joy to look at it. And the only criticism that I might have is my copy of the figure unfortunately had some paint damage on the base of the figure, and this is only really noticeable if you're really peeking and looking for flaws, but I think for a premium figure, it's something worth mentioning, and I hope this paint damage is only exclusive to my figure because it was only on one part and the rest of the figure looks absolutely perfect. So I'm pretty sure something got damaged in shipping or in transit, or maybe I just got unlucky with the manufacturing defect. But I'm not really disappointed with this paint damage because you can't really notice it at a normal viewing distance. So that is just my only nitpick about this figure. Otherwise, this figure is top notch. I love the care that they put into the details of this figure, and I give this a 9.5 out of 10 unboxing experience, a 9 out of 10 in looks, maybe a 6.5 out of 10 in value because the price is pretty high here in the West. Overall, I would say this is 9 out of 10. It's a great figure.
The figure is very high quality. The paint job is nearly perfect. The way that the parts come together, you could tell whoever worked on this spent a long time doing it. And each of the magnetic fittings make assembling this figure very easy and also super satisfying. The packaging itself is really cool. I think for me, a premium figure should be able to be nearly perfect. So that was an expectation that I had for this figure, but unfortunately it didn't meet that for me. Still, I think it is a incredible figure, and it's something that I'm super happy that I got. I've been a Wuthering Waves fan since day one, so seeing this figure really makes me wish that Crownless comes back in some kind of way in the future. Kurt Games, if you're hearing this, please bring back Crownless and make Crownless like some crazy monster, not just a tutorial boss. This design is just too cool to abandon. I think you guys should do more stuff with Crownless. Okay, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. This is something that I normally don't do. I normally don't do figure reviews on my channel, and I am excited to review more figures from Wuthering Waves in the future as they come out. We actually had a couple prototypes on display at Kurofest, and those are some figures that I'm very excited to get my hands on if it's not outrageously expensive. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.